All right, ladies and gentlemen, your next bout will be in the bantamweight division, brought to you by Spastic Signs. Your referee for this bout will be Jimmy Neely. Introducing first, hiding out of the Hogs red corner tonight, makes his professional debut. He weighed in 128 pounds. Fighting out of Dogtown, in Trinity, North Carolina, Brandon Bulldog Grimmett.
Josh, he's really
excited tonight. Fighting out of the OEB blue corner tonight. He also makes his pro debut. He weighed in 135 pounds. Fighting out of Kings MMA in Knoxville, Tennessee, Tyler Sexy Legs Hunley.
All right, here we go. More pro action here at Valor 18, a battle of pro debuts in the bantamweight division. Brandon Grimmett against Tyler Hunley. John Morehouse, Tyler Minton, and Adam Townsend here calling all the action. And gentlemen, I think it's safe to say, with all due respect to Brandon, that Tyler is the heavy on paper favorite.
Yes, sir. Most definitely he is. Tyler, they caught him sexy legs, so he's going to do crazy kicks. So we'll see how it works out for him.
Good wrestling too for Tyler.
Yeah, and that's always plays a large role in a mixed martial arts fight. Thing to note, though, they are both making their debut. We'll see how those nerves play into effect, how the adrenaline affects them.
You know, Grimmett does have kind of that martial arts background, kind of throw some crazy kicks. He scored some flash knockouts, and actually Grimmett going for the takedown there. Hunley able to stuff it, though, and now Grimmett's in a bad position, Adam.
Yeah, keep in mind the elbows are legal now, and these are all pros, so we'll see if Hunley, decides to throw some elbows this fight or not. Kind of forgot to do it my first pro fight, but, it definitely comes on later in your pro career.
Not to mention that 2-minute difference in a round. It makes a large difference that a lot of guys just don't really comprehend until they have to feel that.
Illegal up kick. He was on a knee, and Grimmett threw an up kick.
Unintentional, I believe.
Yeah.
Tyler, you've had some long layoffs in your own MMA career. Hunley coming off a layoff of about a year. Take us through kind of what that's like for you as a competitor. As far as the cage rust, if you will, and that kind of factor.
Well, it depends on exactly the reason. It depends on the reason for the break. If you're injured, a lot of times you will get some of that. You'll get some of that cage rust, that anxiety. A lot of times, though, it makes you really anxious to get in there and fight, and it can actually work for you.
Right. Jimmy Neely chose to take a point.
What do you guys think about that? I'm a little.
I don't like that call. I think if it's a blatant cage grab or a blatant, he done it on purpose. But that was kind of a situation where he was throwing up kick. It was a scramble, and it kind of happened.
So now the best Grimmett can help for in this round is a 9-9, and he's probably more likely looking at a 10-8 at this point.
Yeah, and in the heat of the moment, when guys are doing things like that and it doesn't actually injure the other guy, I think, in my opinion, it's better just to kind of give him a warning. But, that's the ref's job to make that decision in the time.
Yeah. And one thing, Grimmett, as an amateur, regularly competed as a flyweight, so he's given up a good bit of size in this matchup as well. Oh, elbow there by Hunley.
Yeah, they look like they're two different weight classes, that's for sure. And Tyler, what a lot of people don't know too is he's coming off 2 losses, turning pro. That's something that don't happen very often. And Brandon, he's had a ton of amateur fights, but I think Tyler's gonna be too much for him.
Grimmett basically just playing defense at this point, not
elbow.
Not a lot of maybe attempts to try to catch a submission, possibly. Kind of hard to tell.
Kind of working a little sweep from rubber guard there. Butterfly guard, excuse me.
And Grimmett also, like he says, he does come out of Trinity, North Carolina. Got that kind of brawler style there for Dogtown MMA. Tyler actually switched teams, came up with Overdrive, now training with Kings MMA. Also kind of getting some cross-training with Fit Factory as he's raining down some ground and pound here.
He's doing a really good job of keeping his weight centered. He's keeping his weight up, throwing down punches, actually using his weight as he comes down on these strikes. I think it's making a big difference.
And now Hunley withdrawing, letting Grimmett back to his feet. Kind of an interesting choice there, knowing that Grimmett is more of a striker, Adam. That's kind of an interesting strategic choice there.
Yeah, but the way that Grimmett's Grimmett might be a striker on paper, but I still believe Hunley's striking is a lot better than the way he's ducking down. And look for Hunley to throw a left high kick here shortly, the way that Grimmett's ducking down to his right. So
there it was right there.
Hunley looks very comfortable. He's owning the cage. He's controlling it.
What's the guillotine right here coming?
It's hard to see from this angle exactly how tight it is.
It's not very tight, but
at this point though, there we go.
Nice little cross face. He's got good. He's gonna rip him right off them legs right there.
Rear naked choke set up.
Standing rear naked choke attempt here by Hunley.
He needs to turn the opposite way and really fight out of this very, very quickly, or he's gonna get his back taken, and now his back is taken. So.
And as the smaller fighter now, Grimmett having to carry all of Hunley's body weight there briefly.
Ooh.
Nice little takedown there, and lands in a very advantageous position, gentlemen.
We're probably on about halfway through the round here too, and Hunley is putting in work.
Oh,
nice
elbows.
back elbows there.
You know, those 5-minute rounds, that's a long time when you're spending a lot of it on your back or turtled up getting beat on.
Hunley seems really comfortable with the new addition of elbows, as Adam was saying earlier. You know, a lot of guys have a hard time making that transition. Hunley making it flawlessly.
It always, elbows to the head, always a crowd favorite in MMA shows.
They love this, and a lot of times it leads to blood, which, you know, as you know, the crowd loves.
The crowd loves.
That's why I wore a red shirt tonight, gentlemen. I came prepared.
That's why we're here, for some blood. But Hunley's keeping very good control of this position. I mean, he's not doing anything wild. He's not throwing any stupid punches. I mean, now he's got both of his hooks in, looking to flatten Grimmett out, and it's going to be a bad thing if he postures up and is able to throw some punches and elbows right here.
Some more ground and pound there by Hunley here.
Neely's on top of the action, though. He's working, you know, making sure that Grimmett's not just getting beat on for no reason and things like that. He's doing a very good job.
Kind of hard to tell now from our vantage
Hunley looking
point.
to stretch him out again. Kind of got him in a half Nelson there, it looks like.
Yeah. Close
He
to
does,
maybe
he does have a half Nelson. Sure does.
Has him flattened out. Some hard ground and pound at this point.
Oh, nice back
I'll be
elbow.
surprised if Grimmett gets up at this. His weight's down.
He's doing a good job defending. I mean, he's not really getting beat up. I mean, he's not getting a lot of face shots. I mean, Hunley needs to come under the elbow right there, up under the armpit, and get him with some punches there.
It's like he's going for the left arm now. Again,
He's actually wrapped around the left leg. Like
it's
a banana
happened.
split.
That's it.
Is that a banana split?
Looked like a banana
You got him
split.
with a banana split. Yes, sir. A banana split. It's kind of like it's more of a crotch ripper, I guess you could say.
To see that in a pro debut is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a very, very impressive submission from Tyler Hunley. A crotch ripper or a banana split is not a move you see very often in mixed martial arts, period.
A crotch ripper, ladies and gentlemen. I believe that's a Valor first.
That's official. That isn't a Valor first, and that's official term.
It just sounds uncomfortable. Crotch ripper.
That fact.
I'd probably tap to it too. Tyler, any thoughts?
Man, Hunley looked great. He was very calm the whole time, very composed, controlled the whole fight, looked better on the stand-up. Once he hit the ground, very controlled. Was very calculated. Wasn't really making crazy mistakes or anything. Looked great to me.
There you go. And so we'll go to Cody for the official word. Your winner. You can call it a crotch ripper. You can call it a banana split. But just make sure you call Tyler Hunley the winner here at Valor 18.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Jimmy Neely has called a stop to this fight. 4 minutes and 30 seconds into the first round. Your winner by submission via banana split, fighting out of the blue corner, Tyler Sexy Leg.